Hello. We will be going over AWS Cloud. Hopefully by the end of this, we can get you on and you understand the concept of cloud and what cloud is doing globally, not only nationally, but globally, and understand what it means for for a small company. And once we start scaling and you become a larger company and what that means. So, of course, right now you are a small business, but just say 10,000 customers overnight. Would your system be able to handle it? Most businesses, the answer is no. Not because you're doing anything wrong, but because traditional systems weren't built to scale in that nature. That's where cloud computing comes in. So, what I'm going to do is break this down in a simple way. What cloud computing is, and what actually happens behind the scenes when you use AWS. First, what is cloud computing? Cloud computing means using computers, storage, and services other over the internet over the internet instead of owning physical equipment. So instead of you buying servers, you rent them. Now you'll hear a term called elasticity. That just means your system can grow or shrink automatically depending on demand. On-demand self-service, that means you can create or use resources anytime you want without needing someone else to set it up. So for small businesses, cloud computing removes the need to buy expensive equipment and lets you scale when you need. Scale means now I only have 5 to 6 customers, and then like we said, something you done went viral, and now you have 10,000 customers overnight, 20,000 customers overnight. Instantly, you can with the on demand service, you won't lose downtime, meaning your website won't crash or any of those things, right? Global infrastructure. Um, Again, like I said, this is global. So a region is a physical location in the world where AWS has data centers, US, US East, Europe, and Asia. We have availability zones. Is one or more data centers inside a region. Each availability zone is separate. So if one goes down, another keeps running. A data center is a physical building full of servers. So instead of your app running in one place, it's spread across multiple locations. That's what gives you high availability, which means your system stays up and running most of the time. We're going to go into billing and economics, which this is all. When we talk to most people, this is what they want to hear about first. So we're going to talk about cost. This is pay as you go pricing, means you only pay for the resources you actually use. So this is not just a thing where we say we charge monthly 150 a month, $150 a month. No, it goes off of the resources in your use. Why would we want to charge someone that is just starting their business, maybe 10 to 15, 100 customers? Why would we want to charge them the same as a company that has 1 million customers daily, right? So that's what we mean by pay as you go pricing and the scaling. So you're not buying equipment up front, you're paying like a utility bill. So that's what I was explaining earlier. Total cost of ownership. This includes everything: hardware, maintenance, electricity, and labor. Cloud resources. Cloud reduces a lot of those costs. AWS also gives tools like Cost Explorer, track uses, budgets, helps control spending. I'm going to put in this presentation a link that you can click on, and it will definitely go into more of the explanation of um, the pricing. Um, Security is very important as well. We don't want to have a business where we're constantly being hacked into, where someone can just change information on our website, steal customer information, and those things. This means AWS secures the cloud, hardware, buildings, and infrastructure. You secure what's in the cloud, your data, users, and access. Another key term, identity and access management. This is how you control who can access your system and what they're allowed to do. You can, for example, you can give one user full access and another user limited access. That means one user can go in and actually change information, and with the limited access, that means he can be read only or limited ability to change information. So that means security is shared but controlled by the business owner. Then we have networking, VPC, virtual private cloud. It's your own private network inside AWS. Think of it like your business digital space in the cloud. Inside of that, you have subnets. These divide your network into sections, public or private. Security groups. These act like firewalls, controlling what traffic is allowed in and out. Internet gateway. Also, we have compute with definitions. I'm giving a definition as well. Simply means the processing power needs to run programs. AWS gives you different options. EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud, virtual servers that you control. Lambda, a serverless service that runs code automatically when something happens. Elastic Beanstalk, a service that deploys applications for you. Containers, a way to package and run applications consistently. So you choose how much control you want and how automated you want things to be. We also have storage. Storage means saving files, data, and information. Just like your iPhone, when you're taking all those pictures and videos, and then all of a sudden it says you have no more storage and your pictures can be saved. So you're actually operating in the cloud on your iPhone. S3, simple storage service, stores files like image, videos, and backup. Elastic Block Store acts like a hard drive for your server. Elastic File System shares storage across multiple systems. Glacier, low cost storage for long-term backups. And then we have the database. Database is where structured data is stored and organized. These are two main types. SQL, data is organized in tables with rows and columns, used in RDS or Aurora. Non-SQL, data is flexible and doesn't require a fixed structure, used in DynamoDB. So depending on your data, you can choose the right type. Architecture. Architecture is how everything is designed. Cloud architecture means how your system is structured in the cloud. AWS provides a well-architected framework. This is a set of best practices for building systems. It focuses on reliability, security, performance, cost optimization to avoid waste. Systems will run efficiently, data is protected, and systems stay running. We also have auto scaling and monitoring. Auto scaling, that means that's basically automatically increases or decreases resource based on demand. Load balancing distributes traffic across multiple servers. CloudWatch monitors performance, logs, system activity. So instead of manually managing everything, your system adjusts itself automatically. So in conclusion, when you look at everything together, cloud computing is simply using powerful technology over the internet instead of owning it. AWS provides all the tools: compute, storage, networking, security, database. And for a small business, that means you can build something small and scale it into something globally. I hope this um, will help you make a decision on coming over and joining us on AWS, and also saving costs, cutting costs, and saving money. Thank you very much.